Sorry about that, everyone. All right, let's see if we can warm my voice up today. All right, so we are going to be picking up where we left off. So it might be a little bit quieter right now. Nobody's awake at my place. Don't want to get the dogs all wound up. So, all right, I kind of cheated a little bit and thought about this on and off. I found myself, even as I was going to sleep last night, I was thinking about this. And first thing when I got up. So what I was trying to do is, I think we looked at this. So we have STRs, right? And I was trying to do something. I was trying to be too fancy. And then, there it is. Something like that. And I was trying to do, I think we can get away with that. And then, there we go. We need to change that to the second. So 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2. Yeah. No way. There we go. That's what I wanted. And this should be I. And 0, 1, 2, 2. Perfect. Now, I was trying to do something in Envision. And let's put SDRs back here. I was wanting, Vanke, good day to you as well. And all right. So, Vanke, I don't know if you worked on this after we got done, but I kind of had an epiphany this morning. I think we're going to use, so we're going to maybe have a temp. So longest, and then have a temp, because I was trying to do something cool like this, and I don't think there is, because if we need to make this dynamic and not know, I wanted to do this so bad. I think we looked at this yesterday. So close. I wanted to look at that. I wanted it to be this so badly, but I don't think there's a way to do this, because I don't think there's a constraint for us to only have 3 words, because I feel like we both know Leetcode very well, that they may give us a list that has 20 strings in it. I feel very, I did a similar logic like how I used in different sorted list. Ooh, what is that? Not the ASCII one. Sorted. We may have to do some linked list stuff, because I don't think I've done any linked list, but you're talking about a sorted list. Sorted list, what is that character? And then S something, then not equal to sorted T. Oh, yeah. Sorted. I got it. Okay, I would love to see how you do that. So what came to mind, one that we can make this dynamic. So walk with me through this. Basically, we take the longest. That is awful. we come up with a variable long. Make it empty. Then we have a temp character. And then we grab it from the first word. And then we check S sorted, T sorted. Yeah, wait a minute. I vaguely remember that one. All right. How would we do that? All right. So you work on that and show me, because I know you can figure it out. I can't see it. I have to see it first. But if we take the temp, if we take our temp character, whatever it is, that's supposed to be a question mark. That was not a question mark. And then we check it with the other characters. So basically, what I want to do is I want to grab F. So I grab F out. Then I take that character, I grab it. I index it out. And if it is the same as both of these, once it gets to the end, then we take that and we add it to, actually we change this to the long. And then temp. I don't know if we need temp or if that's just going to be our temporary variable later. So let's see if we can work through this. Let's clean this up a little bit. Because I'm really feeling that I'm already over-engineering this way too much than it needs to be. All right. So here we are. For I, because we want to go through here. For letter in str. Ooh, hang on. str 0. Then for because that's our first check, right? We're grabbing this. Let's see. Watching it for half an hour, I ran through so many tools at once. Like with sets, I used set intersection. I used zip. It is no way. It is easy. Yeah. Oh. Wait a minute. I think I know what you're saying. Wait a minute. So you watched it. Okay. Wait a minute. I think I know what you use set and zip on this. Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Oh, that is kind of cool. But I do also enjoy doing this the long way, because I think it has a beneficial tool. I think it has a benefit of problem solving, of having to go through. But I do like that. That is so elegant. So you went. Does it work on? Does it work on this as well? And have you tried it on? So were you doing that live, or were you running it through all the sequences in? Do I even have one pulled open? The longest prefix, number 14. Let's see. I kind of don't want to peek. Is that the answer you just sent? I don't want to look yet. Put it in chat. Was that the solution? I don't want to look yet. Oh, but I didn't tell everybody we're live. Hang on. Oh, you did it. Not yet. But I do like, hang on. I can't type everyone. Everyone. No, I don't want to see it yet. But I actually with regex, yeah, go ahead and send it to me in regex because I'm not going to do it in regex. So I like that. I need to get better. So if you're super new and you don't know what I'm saying regex. And it's a term for regular expressions, and regular expressions has been around. That was one of the beginning building blocks of programming, of how to handle characters. So regular expressions is basically its own programming language. I think it was built with BASIC. And then does that sound right? And then basically it's been adopted by every other programming language that I'm aware of. Well, I know it's in Visual, because Visual Basic build upon Basic, and then it's in Python. Don't know if you have to import it. No, but I know I've done it. It's stars and W's, and it looks for basically it's characters. It's equivalent to like /n for new line, /T for tab, things like this. Star, it has its own syntax, but it is extremely powerful. So if you can learn regular expressions, it will come in handy. And Vinky's already found a solution for this with regular expressions. So that is very interesting. Hang on, I may need to go feed the dogs. Oh, no. It was another text, actually. But I will probably need to go feed the dogs whenever everybody starts waking up. But yeah, I was very motivated about, because I started thinking about all the stuff I was doing at my last job, and how much data engineering it was, and how little I understood that I was doing data engineering, and other companies pay a lot of money for it. So, all right. Let's do this. For index in what do I want to do? In range len len strs. Vinky, did you send it in print letter? Just want to get this to get me out some. All right, doesn't like strs. There we go. FFF LLL print letter. All right, cool. Now I want to one. Because I don't need to check the first letter. So, all right. So what I'm wanting to do here, let's clean some of this. I don't want to get rid of most of this. Let's start over. Let's bring this stuff down here. Kind of like a do-over. We worked on this a little bit yesterday. but I was over engineering, and I want you to get in the habit of being, because we went down a rabbit hole a few days ago, and Vinky pulled me out because I was doing some crazy stuff to find an ugly number, and Vinky was able to do this in a very, very elegant way. So basically what I'm envisioning, and Vinky already has a solution for this. Is that it? Is this, before I look, is it regular expression? Just only regular expression? Because if it's the loop, are you looping through it all? Hey Nico, how are you? Where you enter a dictionary, a dictionary where it is like blue 30, red 500, green 200, and it will show how much percent a key is like. Hang on, I may need to go feed the dogs. Give me a second. Hang on. Vinky, tell everybody I'll be back, please. All right, I'm coming. Sorry, guys. All right. Let's see. Thank you, Nico. Don't leave. Yeah, I had to go feed the dogs, let the dogs out. So let's see. Go with scripting like JavaScript. Oh, that's to Nico. So, Nico, put that in. Send me something in Discord of what you're thinking, because I kind of like that. I think I know what you're asking, but give me like an example of output. Statistical function. Make a statistics function. I think I get it, and yeah, I think that would be a good use of our time here. Let's see. Oh, you. I don't want to look at it. 31 milliseconds. Okay, let me close that. And I need to let the dogs back in a minute. I just put them out. Well, okay. All right. You think you could do it? Well, yeah, then try it, because you're only going to get better at any of this. So I'm really working on trying to articulate differentiating between program, like this example right here. I know Python. I know if I don't know of a way to do it in Python, I can figure out a way. You can use key value items. Was that to Vinky or me with this problem? Because I did think about that with a with a dictionary to iterate through. But that's also why I like programming. Is there's so many ways. There's more than one way to skin a cat. I even say there's 10,000 ways to skin a cat with programming. All right, be right back. Give me another 30 seconds. All right, my wife already got him in. To Nico. Okay. Okay, let's get everything back settled. We should be good for another little while. Unless my wife needs some help. She's not feeling that great this morning. She gets bad headaches sometimes when her body chemistry gets out of whack. Okay, and we're in one of those little phases. And all right. So this is what I have in mind. Is we grab the index. We grab the letter through. So we take the first word, however many characters, and let's say we just grab this one. So then we're going to iterate through this index. This is index, of course, 0. Then we're going to take this, because here we are. So now we need to do a len. So why am I changing this to len? Now, I mean, if I'm changing it to len, then I need to do range. So why am I doing this? Now you can also go and peek at Venki's solution. Venki's solutions are always so very elegant. All right, yeah, you did more wood, general chat. Oh, you put it in both? Oh, awesome. Okay. Like I have this button ID. I want to shuffle. Like I have that's the Venki. Okay, cool. No, that I absolutely love. That's what I love about this. The point of Discord is so for everyone to help each other out. Okay. Oh, Nico, look over in Discord. I think Venki's trying to point it out over there. Yep. Can I help with anything? Oh, the goodies? Let me go grab it. I may be up and down a lot this stream. Just give everyone a heads up. Let me see if I can get this color back. Yeah. I had to run outside. My glasses may be a little off. What does that mean? No worries, Nico. All right. Okay. Let's get back to this. So now what I'm wanting to do, there we go. So then I'm going to iterate through each of the letters for the range in Word. There we go. Word in STRs 1 to the end. Now what am I doing? So what I'm envisioning is it has to be this first letter or this first word. I mean, it has to match this. So basically I'm taking this as my primer because this of course has to have all the letters, and we're going to compare each of these letters to it. So I'm carving this out, and then I'm indexing. I think I'm doing this right because, of course, then it also has to be as short because I don't want to get an index out of range later. Let's see if this would do it right here. Perfect. Because there is no length. Okay, good. That's what I wanted to test. So I'm going to take this word and I'm going to compare this first index, the 0 index, with all the others. This is what I'm envisioning, and I'm then turning this into Python logic. Let's see. Then key value pairs, a dictionary. Oh, that's to, got it. That's to Nico. All right. Thank you, Venki. But I think Nico might have a neat idea. All right, I grabbed the rest of my energy drinks. My water's with energy. That's basically what it is. It's water with caffeine. Little flavored water with caffeine. Okay. So let's go back to here. Then basically, if each of the letters is the same, we continue. And all right. If each of the letters is the same. So now we have the index and we're checking the letter because I'm printing out the letter each time. Let me change this term to index because it's really the index. Now let's do word. There we go. All right, so check this out. Now we're getting closer. FFLL, bingo. Now we have a break. Oh, but we have an outer range problem. We are going to have an outer range problem. Which I knew. Or we expected. Let's see if this solves it. Because then there's this right here. They should fail. All right, Nico. Oh, you guys are going back and forth. Got it. Okay, cool. That's actually been the whole dream of the idea and the dream of the Discord is to have individuals help each other out, and then me just kind of guide the conversation. But look, I know I'm not the best programmer. I completely understand that. And let's see. The cursor. I'll have to read all that later. I'm very intrigued. So if you're seeing and hearing anything happening in the background, did I unmute? I did unmute. Okay. Make sure you're jumping on the Discord server down below so you can keep up with all the conversations that are happening offline right now. They're not happening in chat. Nico and Vinky are having a side conversation trying to work something out right now. So don't miss out and make sure you're joining. So, all right, if you're just joining us, what I'm doing right now is I'm going through a Leetcode problem, and it's finding the longest prefix. What is it called? Longest common prefix. So right now it's FL, because FLO, flower, flow, and flight. So we're getting close, but no cigar. I is not the same as O and O. So the longest is FL. And then here is nothing. All right. So let's just make sure we have this. FL. And this one is nothing, because there's nothing in common. All right. Each time through, let's try this. We may not even need an if here, because if we do if word, let's do compared with str 0, then the index of that 0, equivalent to word index. Print word index. Let's get rid of that. Let's see if this does it. No. All right, so I'm trying to envision. So this is not right. Okay, let's get rid of this. Bring this back over. Yeah. We may be stealing Venky's solution. Okay, type error on line 13. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So there is a problem when you do this, when you highlight. That's the lines of code that you're printing out. So that's the only downfall with this. All right, so there was this one. So what is word right now? It's that index 0. STRs. There we go. Forgot. Bingo. FF. LL. O. Aha. else break. Actually, we want to and then break. Because we're going to do a return. Because if we get to here, no. If we break, you guys are going over some cool stuff. Ooh, okay. Is that Java? Or is that HTML? I see class and button ID. That feels like JavaScript to me. What is that? I'm very interested. Because I need to expand my, especially because I did see some data science jobs and they did want some people with some JavaScript. But all right, I digress. Let's see. So if we put this in a function and it's here, and if we get to here, yeah, we're not going to do longest. We'll just do this. STRs. Move this over. The 4-hour talk. How are you, 4 hour? All right, else return temp, and then if we get to here, then we need to take STRs 0, yeah, 0 index, and we increment this to temp. And if it goes all the way through, return temp. All right, so if you're just joining us, what I'm trying to do is we're working on Leetcode number 14, longest common prefix. So basically what I'm doing is I was trying to get fancy and slice through this, and I wanted each of these sliced, and I wanted to have them nice and pretty and be like, if they're the same, and I wanted to go through them at the exact same time. Now the problem is we don't quite know. I can't envision how to make this dynamic. So what I'm doing is I kind of shortened this. I basically said, all right, so we're going to take this first word, carving this out. Boom, right here. Carving this out. Then we're going to take the index of it. And then we're just going to basically compare and then loop through the remainder of the list in case Leetcode is going to do something that I'm very comfortable in expecting, that they're going to pass us something that's going to be like 20 words. Because right now, they're just showing us 3. And I know better than to just go, oh, it's always going to be 3 words. No, they love, we did one ugly number challenge. That was about, it was like 40 quadrillion, the length of the number, and my solution timed out where Vinky's solution was extremely elegant. All right. Okay, you guys are having a nice side conversation. Awesome. All right, so also, if you are new and you're not on Discord, you're missing out on a chat that Vinky and Nico are working through. All right. Oh, I need to put temp in here. Do I still need these? I don't think so. Oh. Longest STRs. Let's see if this will work. Okay. That one worked. Let's try this one. Okay. That one worked. Let's try something. Let's tweak this a little bit. That's not an O. And comment that out. So I'll go back through what I was FLO. I'll go back through and try to visualize because I need to get better at this. Because I got it in my head and I need to get it out. So like I said, I wanted to do something extremely clever, and I wanted all of them. Let's see if I still had it. I wanted this. I wanted to do something like this right here and have this all on one line. But I don't, because I was having to hard code this. I mean, it would be this. So this is only, you want to try to make this as dynamic as possible. But I wanted this so bad. And then if it was true, it took the character and added it to some sort of substring. So I can't do that. So what I did is I go, okay, so I'm going to take this first word because it has to be, because how is our human brain looking at this? We're starting here, right? So this is my primer. I spent years being obsessed with the word primer. So we're going to use that for today. So it has to be, if for the longest one, it has to be this first. The potential is all the other words could be flower. All right, the likelihood of them all being flower, very low. But maybe flow, FLO, we could do all kinds of maybe things. So this has, for it to be a prefix in common, it has to have an F in all of them. So basically what I did here is I carved out this the first index. And also here's important, if you look at this really close, this is a nested iterable. All right, so if you're unfamiliar with that term, let's look at it. So type on STRs is a list. So now, if I go through the STRs for I in STRs, print I, right? So I get the contents. But now, what is each I? Well, type I is a string. Help on STR. What is an STR? I thought it had it written in here. Well, it's an iterable. You can iterate through it. You can move through it. So that's why I was going to index through. So if it's an iterable, you can move through it. You can index through it. Okay, so I can index through it. I can take that index and point. So I can point to this first character. So that's basically what I did. Is I'm going to take this index 0. Then basically the rest of the list. So then I carved this out, and then I made a separate STRs1, if I can type today, flow and flight. So I'm using this as my primer, then I'm looking at each of these. So right now, let's just say we're at F. So F, and then I looked, so STRs and I'm indexing here. So let's go through what I'm doing right here on this line. And then print index. And I'm using that as a term so I don't lose track of what in the world these variables are. So that is an important lesson to do. So all right, flower, it is strs 0. Let's get really granular here. So len on str 6. Then I'm running a range on this, but 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 6 indices. So now I can have a problem where I can go through here and this can get too short. So now actually this is going to fail if, let's do this. Actually, let's copy this, because I can already see Leetcode doing this. Because if we made that one like this, this will fail, right? Index out of range. And then we're going to flip it, and then we're going to do this one. Actually, let's check this one first. Will it work? Okay, cool. But it will fail here. So we need to do a try. I can already feel it. I already did that. Accept. Pass. Let's see if that catches it. Bingo. All right. We'll go over what I just did in just a second. And I can already feel Leetcode doing this. But if you want to check over and jump over to Discord and see Venki's elegant solution, Venki used a regular expression. So if you're not familiar with regular expression, go and look it up. And if you want us to try to give you a quick synopsis of it, we can. But I don't use regular expression that much. I've done some stuff with it. I think I did some scraping of some email addresses, and it's basically looking for common characters. It's very elegant, but in my experience, in the real world, you're not going to get lucky with this stuff, and you're going to need to do it the long way. So I like both solutions. But all right, let's go back to an edge case testing. Being obsessed with edge case testing. What's the worst thing that somebody could do? I was very fortunate to be partnered with a very smart program manager, and they were very obsessed with edge case testing, and it kind of rubbed off on me. So all right, we'll go back to strs 0. Comment that out. Comment that out. Let's get this back in memory. strs index 0. Flower. So now I'm taking the index because I'm finding the range of. So here I am right here. So I'm taking flower. Then I want to know how long flower is, which I'm learning 6, which is 6. But then what I'm doing is I'm turning into a range function so I can get the actual indices of each character, because this is my primer. I can't match anything after if I don't know what I have here. So I'm taking index, the first one. So the first time through is F. Sometimes I like to do this so I can really visualize it. So F. Then I'm saying, okay, try, because just in case there isn't anything in the next, try looking at the rest of the list. So now let's do strs 1. Bingo. So here we are. Haven't looked at the lighting. How's the lighting? There you go. All right. It's not great. Not bad either. So now here's the rest of the list. So now I'm going to take the word out of my list. So now I'm not looking at each letter right now yet. I'm just grabbing the word. So I'm grabbing this. Now on the next line, now don't forget, we're going through the index of the first word. But then each time we're going to loop through the remainder of the list. So I'm going to look at flow and flight. Then if the index of the first word of the remainder is also equal to the first of the original, and its index is equivalent to the next letter, it's going to be here, then we printed it out. Then we're going to look at the next time through, the next word, flight. We're still first time through, so this is 0 index. So then now, if this is happening, we're stuck right here. Now, else, if we hit one that doesn't match, so if we look right here, we're matching, we get to O, we get 1 O because this is our primer. Matches an O, prints out one time, then checks the next index of the next word, or same index of the next word, because we just checked this one, because this was our primer right here. And then this is our next word and the remainder of our string, and we did not print out I. And then since it doesn't match, we stopped and we printed out the word. But if all of them match, then that letter of the first word's index gets added to our temporary variable. That's how I built this. Now we're going to actually throw it in Leetcode and see if it works. And then we're going to examine Venki's. Very probably object-oriented programming. Yes. You want to know more about it, or you're thinking we could do this in that fashion? Because it's highly possible. I'm kind of more built for functional programming. But there are times where objects very, because actually the way the Leetcode is doing this is you're actually passing inside the solution. All right, let me get this going. And temp. Let me make sure we have all the right terms and I didn't change this too much. And then we'll begin to examine Venki's very elegant solution. Let's see if this passes. All right, I pass. Test 1, test 2. We're going to see if we get all the way through. All right. I got 48 milliseconds. I'm at the bottom 5%. I think Venki had a Venki solution. Well, Venki's using regular expression, and that's super fast. So let's actually go over. Let's look at Venki's solution real quick. All right. Here we go. All right. If not strings, return empty. All right. Interesting. If not. So if it's empty, okay, you handle it that way. All right. So then the base. Okay. So you are using your primer. So kind of same solution. There we are. Okay. So I don't know if you guys can see this. Let me move it back over and copy it. Here we go. Because if I was having a hard time reading that, you might be as well too. And can we make this bigger? Copy. Let's put it in Paint. New. Okay, let's go back. Paste. It's a little distorted. All right, we can kind of look at this. All right, so there's the base. So same kind of technique. Okay, and then the remainder list. So while true, then pattern, base. Let's see. Let me just make sure we're not missing any chat. You love classes? Yes. Oh, that's to Shashidar? Shashidar? Possibly. I can send another. You have more. Vinky is just cranks out solutions all the time. So plus the base. So let me see if we can read. So match pattern. So what is the character? What does character in regex do? So you're adding it to the base. Is that the pattern? Wait a minute. And then okay, so base minus base slicing minus 1, right? All right, so let's look at this for a second. So slicing off the reverse, I believe that's what Vinky is doing. Let's kind of visualize this for everyone. This is a very interesting technique. So base, and then base minus 1. Bingo. So when you use this technique, shortening and looking for everything through. And so I was going forward and I was on that is so much better because we could have to do this the inverse. I like Vinky's a lot better. Finding the longest because I can see Leetcode doing that, just passing in a list of all the same word and seeing how and it being a 30 character word, and I bet that's why it's taking mine is so long where Vinky could see this. So I was on the fence about basically looking at slicing of the words. We could have done that. We could do that on one line, I think, or just slice and not have to do this. But Vinky's is elegant. So let's look at this for a second of what in the world. How is this slicing working in Python? Python goes, okay, so I know what base is. Let's pull that back up. So I know what base is. Now, all the way through up to and excluding the last character. All the way up to the, and I know that looks weird, but just read it out loud of the rules. Inclusive, the starting point. Exclusive, hash set. I don't believe I've ever used hash set. But dictionaries are hashable, so we're going to find a solution. Yeah, try it. Look, you're only going to get better at this. Python hash set. So Okay, so a set. Okay, yes, because hashable sets, hash map, hash set, possibly, but I guess you're still going to need to. That's what I was saying with set intersections. Yes. So intersections, what they have in common, and can you do that without iter tools, or are you just going to iterate through the list and look at it? Okay. With set dot intersections. Interesting. I can't visualize that at all. So all right, let's let's see. Dir set dot help. That would be awesome. I've never had a need to do that, but let's take a peek at it. Hash dot intersections, and let's see. Why can't I type? Helps if you don't put an S on it. There we go. All right, return intersections of two sets as a new set. Nice. Yes, then that would work. 100%, because set Nico Vinky did the no button. Oh, okay. You guys are over on Discord. Sorted the list. Oh, that's so good. I like that one. I like that one a lot. Yes. So you're chopping it down. All right, I'm gonna bring this over. If you all aren't on, and then Nico's got some stuff going on. So all right, let's bring this one over. Check this out. It's bigger on the smaller screen. That doesn't make any sense. Can everyone see this? So Venki's solution, much cleaner, much more elegant. So sorts them. Okay, so we're gonna sort it and go through, and then yep. Let's see what else. Is that to us, or is that back to Venki, or back to Nico? Okay. Yeah, if everyone here isn't on Discord, you are missing. You're missing out. So does everyone understand what we're doing? Because once you envision it and you can see it, it becomes very simple. But to try to read this the first time through, what in the world? Because we have an object, then we're indexing, then we're doing a function, and then doing a function. So we have basically an indices of an object, then a function on that object, and then a function on that object. So I completely understand how this can be overwhelming, and I'm trying to get this out of my brain to help. But if I need to explain it again, completely understand. Because sometimes I can throw this against the wall and I get lucky when I write it, because I've done that meme before where a junior will write something and be like, it works, and then a senior will look at it and be like, it works. Like, that shouldn't work like that. Because we had an example and I was showing everyone this. It shouldn't have mattered, but it does, because my human brain was like, but the placement of this thing right here was causing this to work. Even though my brain was doing it here, I was like, it shouldn't matter if I write it here. Well, it's not what my human brain was doing to make the decision. You have got to write your code exactly like your human brain makes the decision, and it'll work in Python or SQL or fill in X programming language. All right. So let's take a peek at, I don't think I've ever used set intersection. So let's see, return an intersection of two sets as a new set. Is that all, i.e. all elements that are in both sets? So dot intersection, then what we pass in, sorry, I'll read that later. We have to pass in a set, correct? Return of two sets. So then I pass in set of str's 0, and then set is that right? Don't have enough commas. Parentheses, don't have enough parentheses. Nice. So that returns a set. So then, hang on a second. And then, okay, I want to try this. And then if I were to return got it till flow, FLO. And then there's a union. So union, I did see, right, and that, oh, see, this is, yeah. So I had to actually write a Venn diagram when I'm doing joins with my SQL to make sure. And sometimes I do a Venn diagram of what I want that's in both. And then other times I'll grab the Excel and I'll overlay them of the ones that I have. So I want to try something right here. So then I take the new, which this is going to return. So then final equals, hang on, the opposite of intersection is union. Where they overlap? Oh, yeah, see, I'm so weak. I'm so weak with those, but let me try to get this out of my head. So this is what these first two have in common. So then basically, that's a set, right? This is so bad. But I just want to see if I'm understanding what set intersection does. Intersection. And then set str's 2. Oh. Okay, why doesn't it like this? Okay. Okay. Now, so does everybody see what I did there? Now, I don't know if we can make that dynamic. So basically what I did is I took these two, got everything that is similar with this, but the only problem is you would have to, because it only works with two sets, right? It can only pass in two. So what I did is I passed these two, then that returned a new object. New. My variable names are just so creative. So I chopped this down to what they had the most in common, and I got to flow. So then I pass in flight to it. Maybe a recursion with this as you go through. So and I don't know what in the world you'd have to do. Let's see. But for big values, no, I gotcha. But for big values. But how can we make this dynamic? That's what you always have to keep in mind. Yes, these examples are cute. Iterate over the strings and find the intersection. Iterate over the strings. Iterate over the strings. As you're building the set, as we iterate through the string, but I guess I'm hung up on the intersection being limited to 2. And I guess what would we do? We just iterate until, and then you move over. So we use this one compared to that one. Okay, I see what you're saying. And I did this all sort of janky. This should be new, right? Okay. There we are. Let's see, do we get this to the same answer? Final. All right. Okay, I see what you're like take the base and iterate through the remaining. Got it. That's okay. So as we go through and we iterate over, and it iterates down to, okay, let's try this. I see what you're saying. Print final. Now the only thing is, that's empty set. So actually I see your point. Very interesting. Because we'd iterate through, we'd take set, we'd move over the base. Okay. I think what was it, flow? Yeah, flow. Base, iterate over, index 0, find its new, iterate over, find its new, iterate over, iterate over. That's not shabby. That's not shabby at all. Now, how do we get? Have I missed some? Does it work? Oh, you guys are doing some CSS stuff. No, now we're heading towards out of my knowing anything. HTML, CSS. Bye. Not Bootstrap. I'm trying to think. What am I trying to think of? Okay, so we've been on. Oh, can you see? Just realized that. There we are. All right, we've been on almost an hour and a half. Now we would need to convert this and join this back. So we iterate. All right, so we need to join. Let's put this back here. It would make it a lot faster. All right, final. So join. Is everybody seeing this? Does everybody know how to do that? It looks so weird. I know. I don't. It doesn't look like it follows all the same rules of the rest of Python. But I have a string. You would think that it would be, hey, I want to take this and join it with combine it with this, but this is how, since you're taking a string and these are the objects, you want to have spaces. So if I wanted stars in between, so a picture's worth 1,000 words, or a space, it'd be that. But since I want it to, I'm taking this set of characters, use an empty set base to take them out. Oh, use an empty set. You'll have to show me. I do not know how to do that. I don't think I've ever seen that. To use an empty base set to take them out. Use an empty base set to take them out. I can't see that. That's not stirring any thoughts. So then we would. So there, join, final. Let's see if we can iterate through this. We take our base. So our base is here. Then we iterate through the rest. All right. I think he's probably going nuts and has already finished this. I'm very slow. All right. So our base equals str's 0. Okay, for word in str's 1 through the end, new equals set. Actually, let's just do base. Let's just do set here. Then would it be set word? No, because that's not our temporary variable. Set word set intersection. I hate it when it does that. Base That's the new base. Print base. We close? Print. Join. Base. How's that look? I got this twice. Okay. All right, we want to try that. See if that speeds it up a lot faster. All right, base. This needs to be return. I'll change it over there. And then we'll look. Copy. Venky, have you already done it? Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. One more. There we go. Oh, that is nuts. Return. Let's try this. A lot less code. Run. Let's see if it passes. Make sure. I just got LF. I just got LF. I just got LF to come out. Output. What? Let me rerun this. Venky, have you tried it with? It ran so fast it printed out LF. Yeah, look at this. So I don't know if come on. If the set is so fast and the way it's hashing, look at this. Now I'll run it again and I'll get FL. So I did it over here. Now I'll run it again. I ran it twice. So were you able to get it to work with the set? Because don't forget, Leetcode is extremely much cleaner, just 4 lines. Did you get it to work in Leetcode? Because it looks like set is so fast, and the way that it hashes is, and I can see them doing that on purpose. But I mean, I do like this, and I see what you're saying. We can slow it down. Oh, I don't think that was to me. That was to Venky. All right. Oh, that's that one. Sorry, I've got so many different windows open. Let me put this back over here. We got it to work. Ours is slower. I agree that it's cleaner, but there's something, because since it's a hash map. So does everybody understand that in Python it's extremely fast and it uses hash maps, hash tables? They're in memory and random, and they're not organized. You can iterate through them, but it's like, hey, I'll remember where it is. Don't hold me to this, but what I envision, it's like it finds the first place in memory, and then it goes, okay, I'll remember that. And it goes, I know how I can get to that one really, really fast. Didn't go and set this in a certain order. It's not in an order, so I don't have to assign it extra memory. Base intersection word. Okay, is that the proper way to use it? There we go. Okay. Pass in. Bingo. Now I get it. That makes more sense to me. Okay, since base is a set, then I'm passing in all right, let's clean that up and see if that fixes this problem. Bingo. Ooh, it fails on this. Hang on. I just got it to fail on a CIR and a car. Here, I'll show you. Use test. It just failed on this one. Just failed on this. Why is that coming out? Now I want to see if this passes this. Okay, so they found a problem. Why is that? Oh. Because the R is there. So set does not work on this. Why do I use dots? Removes duplicates not ordered. Why do you use dots like that? Nico, is that to me? You're referring to these dots? Because this is being generated by Spider. So when I highlight this code, what it does is it puts into memory what code I'm running so that I can Da Vinci. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. This was a valiant effort. I like it. But yeah, if there was going to be a flaw with the built-in tools, someone at Leetcode was going to find the problem and exploit it. So it has an R in it, and it's interesting that it comes out R in reverse, but R and then C. And then when we have, did it pass? Oh yeah, my lengthiness here passed, but it's so slow, right? I'll show everyone how slow this thing is, and then we'll take a peek at some of the faster ones and see what their possible solutions are. Let's see. I think I got I'm in the bottom 5 percentile. Okay, now wait a minute. Now this one just happened, and it is in the 50 percentile. And it's here. And it's pretty good for memory. I guess it's in the middle of the pack, but it's still 38 milliseconds. And as you can see, there's some of them that are down here in the 15s. Let's see what they did to get this down to the 15s. All right, here is their solution. Let's look at it. Okay, so they Hey, Scooter. How you feeling? Okay. Oh, you're fine. Hey, can you eat those blackberries or trash them? Because I'm just worried about that dish breaking. Thank you. All right. Sorry, everyone. So, all right, let's read this. So there's a sorted. So they like to sort this. So that, Vinky, did you do that in your solution? I feel like you did. So there's a benefit. There's a benefit to sorting. Yep. Vinky sorted. So there's a benefit to sorting. I'm trying to reprogram my brain is that if we sort, we've already gone through the list one time and it's going to cost us. Because yes, it's faster, but you're still you're touching the entire list. And I'm trying to stop that. But all right, so they have their result, which is an empty string. All right, so the first, they're doing the same thing, carving it out. The last. Why are they so first and last? The last item. All right, so for I in range, min, first and last. Okay, so there's a benefit. There's a benefit to this. All right, let's look at something. I think there's a benefit to this. Let's kind of look at it. STR sorted. Does anybody? Okay. You don't have to remember. Sorted. Does it create a list, or is it in place? Nope. I haven't done in Leetcode, but when I didn't use the sorted, few cases are not coming true. Check that in Leetcode and let me know. All right, Vinky. I completely understand. I need to get going on my day too. But thank you for coming to hang out with us. So if we do strs dot sort and strs, all right, new, we're gonna change this around. I want to see something because they're doing so. Understanding the anatomy of a list and how it functions is extremely important. Sorted strs new. All right, so now we're going to look at this. F9 strs dot sort strs. All right. And this has 6 and 6. So here is the benefit. And I never really thought about this. I knew it would sort it in alphabetical order. Is it by length as well? I want to try something. STRs. I want to add C, D, E, F, G. Let's do cars. And then that's 6 flowers. I want to see what happens here. All right. So what I'm doing is I want to ensure that I understand what is. All right, it is alphabetical order. So length, alphabetical order. So B is before C and so forth. So what's the benefit of last. So range on min dot len str's hang on. Len on first. Oh, okay. Now I know what they're doing. I'm not reading this right. So here. All right. This is a very interesting way that they're doing this. This is why this is so fast. So for I in range min of, I was missing parentheses. I already did that. So and now I can't, crap. There we go. All right. So let's look at this. Back to the pen. So we have 1, 2, 3. So this, and then this one. Here, let's do this. Then this one. All right. So you're going to pass in a bunch of args. So what they did is they found the smallest. So that's how they're not having to iterate through all of them. So since this is 0, they're only going to go through this one time. So they're taking the first and the last, and they're looking at the smallest one. Does that make sense? And then we're looking. This is so good. This is so brilliant. Yeah. Let's see. Somebody. Nico. Oh. Are those colors? Hex. Is that hex code for colors? Okay, that is very cool. All right, so range. So we're taking STRs. So after we sort it, STRs dot sort. Then I'm going to take the first and the last. So min of len first and len of last. So S first equals STRs 0. Last equals STRs minus 1. This is so good. And then let me make sure I have everything. Print I. So where are we with Oh, let's copy that. Let's do that one. Okay. Of course, nothing came out because did I get that all? Hang on. Sorry. Let's see. Oh, Nico's sending me. Oh, it's showing up again. All right. We may need to. Thank you, Nico. Yep. Is that coming? No way. Okay, I need to get a bigger towel. Or a sheet to mute the sun coming through. So we may start wrapping up, but I do like that elegant solution. Oh my gosh, we're almost at 2 hours. So yeah, thank you, Nico, for keeping an eye on that and keeping me not from being yellow. All right, so we found a solution. It's janky, but there is this really elegant solution right here. So first, let's see. First, last. Do we not redo with that? STRs? Oh. I still have a 0. There we go. And then it's going to find the longest one, and then it will go through. That is so cool. That is absolutely so cool. All right. Anything pressing? Thought I was going to run out of drink. Now I got to drink it fast because it's almost warm. Anything pressing before we go? So we at least solve this, and there's a better way. So if I were to sort this, I don't have to do the try. Let's get rid of that. Let's do that. strs.sort. Let's try that. I want to try something. And then move this over, move this up. I wonder if that'll speed it up. Let's do this one. All right. So this is one we're sorting. Hello, Dax. Good morning. Let's see. Pythomatics. I like you too. So we just finished up finding the longest prefix. We had an ugly bit of code, and we found a solution that if we sort it, strs.sort, we can get rid of this try and accept. There are times where going through it does speed things up. So we were going to have an index out of range problem. So if we find, let's see what that does for me if we speed it up. Excuse me, if we sort it first. Because what I was doing, no, didn't speed it up. Actually, no, it slowed it down by 1 millisecond. Let's run it again. Because I think I'm on a different, now it's 4, okay, I'm about to quit because now it's getting slower and slower. Now I'm at 42 milliseconds. The memory usage is awful too. But I hope everyone is starting off their weekend well. But all right, I think we got some folks dropping out. But we got this to work finally. It's not pretty. Then during the middle of it, we tried to use a set on intersection, but it does fail if there are the letters contained in there, because they have to be contiguous. They have to be touching. They have to be beside each other. So the set intersection does not work. This works. It's just very slow. So, all right. Anything pressing? Yeah, we need to wrap up because the color's bad. The sunlight's coming in, check this out. Woo, making all kinds. Color gets better, but the sunlight. I've got an idea. I need to get a white sheet and mute that the light coming down. No, I can do that in post editing. If I do this, then I have so much sunlight coming in on this side, and it throws off the coloring of the green screen behind me and my pastiness. I need to go outside, and it's finally sunny now after the storm went through. So, all right, anything super pressing that anyone needs any help with? Sorry, I got a kid. It's got all kinds of stuff going. All right, I will wrap up for today. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Don't know what we're going to talk about tomorrow. I'm going to be working on some data engineering stuff. I'm going to start experimenting with Spark. I signed up for another class. Dex, don't know if you're still here, but started doing a lot of research on data engineering. Apparently, I was doing more data engineering than I even was aware. I'd seen ETL and ELT and all of these things, and then I started really looking into it, and I was like, oh my God, that's like the first project that I had. That's all I was doing, and I was doing millions of rows of data a day with these batch jobs that I was doing. And I had no idea that was some very high-level data engineering jobs. So now I got to retweak my resume and send that out. And I actually carved that out because I was like, I didn't think that was a big deal. Apparently, it's a big deal. So I thought you'd get a kick out of that, because I'm sure you deal with stuff all the time, the amount of data that you have and tables with your organization. I'm sure they track everything. Data generate. I love that. All right, Nico. Thank you as always, Nico. You go have a good rest of your day. But thank you, everyone, for joining us today. Don't know exactly what we're going to do tomorrow, but everyone have a good rest of your day, and bye, everyone.